button. Okay. Gonna wait for a few more people to trickle in here. Got to see if I'm actually live in the first place.
It's drunk. It
There
said
we go.
streams live.
Okay, cool. Hey, you never know. These streaming is not for the weak. Sometimes dumb shit happens
That's true. That's why
just
I
to
never
get
use
frustrated.
StreamYard. I don't trust it.
This is the only time I use StreamYard.
Really?
Yeah, this
Why
is
don't
the
you
only
just use
time.
Discord? Because you want the name? You want this?
Well, not necessarily. I use Discord. I use StreamYard for our podcast. Just because it's like easier, and Discord is a little more shitty when it comes to like actually like sharing videos. So this just makes it easier. That's all.
Okay. Wait, where's my phone? I'll announce it on Instagram too. If I remember. There it is.
What's up, chat? What's up? What's up? Let's see. What are you eating, Kyla?
Crispers, and then I have sangria.
Oh, somebody's bougie.
This local shop makes like genuinely the best sangria syrup I've ever had in my life. So every now and then we're about to move. So we bought one just recently because we're going to move, and then we're going to go and buy like 6 and then just like store them because they're only made locally. So yeah.
I haven't drank sangria in a minute. I mean, but I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Are you guys moving out the state?
Yeah, we're moving to Texas. So
okay. Austin?
Dallas, Texas.
Woo.
Yeah, I know.
Bless your heart. You're moving to be closer to your best friend.
My bestie. I know. I'm so mad when I found out he moved there. We've been planning to move there for like a year and a half. It's just taken fucking ever to like sell the house and stuff like that. Gotcha. I was so mad when I found out he moved there because I was like, that's my city, because we've been planning to move there forever. We have like 15 friends there. It's like, yeah, it's like it's like our home. So
I was gonna ask if there was a specific reason, but that makes sense.
Yeah, just a bunch of Ren Fair cosplay anime. It's like a collection of young people that are all into like anime, a little bit of politics, a little bit of Ren Fair, and a little bit of cosplay. So, and we're all like working, so we have money. So
it's interesting because for some reason it seems like content creators are starting to like gravitate more towards like Texas and Austin and Dallas. Really interesting.
Can you hear that song? Do you know the song?
I do not.
Oh, it's so good. Okay. Sorry, I'm announcing your stream on.
Oh, you're good.
I'm doing the whole thing. That way everyone everywhere.
I appreciate it.
All at once.
I appreciate it. What's up, chat? How you guys doing?
Copy link.
The usual suspects in here. What's up, Larry?
What up, Larry?
That's my brother.
It's your brother, like your bio brother?
Yeah.
Or like your homie. Okay.
No, it's my like actual brother, my blood brother.
Larry?
Uh-huh.
Wait, is your name actually Watts? You don't need to tell me out loud if you're not doxed yet, but
my last name is Watts.
Oh.
Yeah.
Larry is such an interesting name for a young person to be named. Sorry, Larry.
I mean,
shitting on your mother.
No, Larry's 10 years older than I am.
That explains it all. Never mind. You're part of Gen Z X. You're fucked, Larry.
He's still a millennial.
You're an elder millennial. You're fucked, Larry.
He's named after my dad, so that's why.
Fair.
Yeah.
It is a little crazy to picture having a baby and holding this tiny child in your arm and being like, Larry.
I mean, it's
Larry or Bob. It's got to be one of those two. They're the best names out there.
It's fair. I don't know. His full name is actually pretty dope.
Oh, okay. It's like it's an abbreviation.
Yeah, his actual name is Larry, but like the whole thing flows. I told you my actual name in our DMs, but we'll talk about it off stream because
I selectively intentionally don't remember people's names because then I never dox.
You're fine.
It's actually like a strategy. I like when people they're like, you can just call me this. I'm like, nope. I just like rewrite it in my head. I'm like, nope.
That's funny because we're actually going to talk about doxing today.
Oh, yay! My favorite topic. I love doxing. Just so it's clear. I think doxing's bad.
Oh, very bad.
Yeah. Have you ever read a book and it'll say like what the character looks like, and you don't like it, so you just like rewrite it in your head.
Low key, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do. But when streamers tell me their name, I just like rewrite it. I'm just like, that didn't happen. You're just what?
Oh yeah. Well, when I tell you mine, that's what you're probably gonna do. I'll be honest.
You can tell me it again, even though I've rewritten it once. If you tell it to me too often, I'm still gonna remember it at some point.
Yeah, it's fine.
And then I'm gonna drop it.
I've
dropped so many people's names. So I'm telling you, don't tell me your name. This is a strategy because look, whatever I am is what you get, stream or on stream. That's why I do my best. Like, I don't call my streamer friends if their name is public. I just never call, like, I don't call counterpoints. I call him Connor. That's weird.
I feel like it's safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's doxxed, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. Well, in that case, but no, I get you. It's logical. Let's see. But all right, we're just gonna go ahead and get started. First of all, Kyla, thank you so much for doing this. I know you are a very, very busy person and you are a workaholic, so I appreciate you. Please, introduce yourself for the folks that may not be familiar with you.
Yeah, I go online by Not So Erudite, but you can also call me Kyla Turner. I am kind of an established debater in politics, gender, philosophy, and religion. I wish it was science, but I feel like nobody debates science anymore. So you might have seen me. I've been on kind of most major debate platforms that you might recognize. So whatever, Fresh and Fit, Tim Pool, Jubilee, all the debate spaces I've occupied in, and you can find me everywhere by Not So Erudite on any platform.
Yep. And I have her profile to her YouTube channel in the description down below if you guys want to check her out. But yes, like she said, she's extremely established. Kyla, I actually came across you for the first time when this was like years ago when Destiny was going through that whole like Mr. Girl shit. I believe. Yeah.
That's when I started. That was like my first.
Oh, really?
That was like month 3 of streaming for me.
Okay. Yeah. So I think you were a part of like a Discord and I was like, oh man, she's extremely educated. So yeah, I've been following you ever since pretty much.
Oh, cool. That's really cool. Yeah. You know me from way back then.
Yeah.
The lore when I actually streamed.
Right. Yeah. Pretty much. So you know what, Kyla, I actually want to ask you a fun question first because we were in our cohort the other day and we started talking about music. And I have a question to ask you. And I feel like this is going to determine our friendship. All right. So no pressure. We were talking
Andre
about
3000, Childish Gambino, and I'm sorry, but I can never get rid of the GOAT, Eminem. Okay. Those are my top 3 rappers.
I love Eminem.
Judge me as you will.
Yeah,
okay?
That's fine. I will say Childish Gambino is a interesting pick, but I respect it.
Oh, his one album with like the blue cover or whatever. Oh my God. Yeah. It's just banger after banger after banger. It's so good. The writing is so brilliant. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. So no, you're fine. We were actually talking about Kanye West. Well, now Ye.
Yay.
I have to ask you this. And this not a Ye album, but a Kanye West album. And when I say that, that probably ends at like
I'm terrible at album names.
Please really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can't name fucking books that I've read. I can't name celebrities. I don't memorize any of this shit. I can look up my favorite stuff and tell you the names though.
Okay. I was about to say, if matter of fact, or give me your favorite like Kanye like era. Like the favorite era, like it could be like college dropout, late registration. I know you're not familiar with album names.
I know. Let me just go through his like music. Let me see what music corresponds to what album, and I can tell you.
Yeah, because I am so curious.
It's probably gonna be some millennial bullshit. I'm not gonna lie. Like his like he really started popping off when I was in middle school, which would have been like. Like 2000, like graduation, so like 2007 to like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Both of those albums, when I'm looking at my music, I have a lot of those songs on those albums in my
perfect. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, great answers.
Yay! I guess being a millennial is the best. We have the best fucking music.
I know. My wife and I talk about this all the time the shit that comes out today, man, we sound old, but it's true. We had the best music.
Even Gen Z will often be like, I mean, yeah. I mean, Gen Z just kind of takes different subcultures, which to be frank, I love it. Like I have no problem with this, but often they'll take like punk, like new metal or new punk. It's just taking punk and like kind of dialing up. I would argue in the case of new metal, dialing up only the worst parts and dropping anything that's good. Whereas like newer punk stuff, I think actually just dials up the good shit, which is kind of cool.
So what is the age group of that generation anyway? Like I have no idea anymore.
Of Gen Z?
Yeah.
Okay, well 1994 is the Zennial. So it's literally the youngest you can possibly be as a millennial. And you're on the cusp where you like grew up without the internet, but then the internet started in middle school. So you're very native to the internet as well. So anything from like 1996, I think on Gen Z, and most generations are 15 years, I think, born in.
I don't even know anymore.
They were born from 1997 to 2012.
That is a large range.
Yeah. Generations are pretty long.
Jesus,
so is that 15 years? Yeah, I think that's
yeah, just about. Okay. That makes sense. No, I really had to ask you that because I was like, I wonder what Kanye albums she really like or what songs, but that's perfect. Like
I remember when Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger came out. I just sat for 2 days and memorized the entire lyrics. And I was like, little me. I was really into like coming up with dances to songs, just like a little white girl on my trampoline. And there always be trampoline dance compilations. And I was like practicing with my friend. I can't remember it anymore, but we had like a whole dance routine to Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger. And I was working so hard to learn like it's not even really a rap. It's just like faster singing. Yeah. Rap or whatever. I remember working so hard to memorize it because I was so into that song. I loved that song.
Hilarious. Again, such a good era in music, man. But yeah, so Kyla, this interview is obviously, as you can see, it's going to be extremely casual. But I thought this would be a perfect opportunity. And it's funny because I feel like you've done this on your channel as well. You've done interviews with content creators to get to know them on a more personal level. So that's basically what I want to do with you.
A humanizing.
Yeah, exactly. So for people who may be discovering you for the first time, how did Not So Erudite start? Where were you doing before all of this?
Yeah, so this is Freya, for everyone who's wondering who this cutie pie is.
Freya, oh man.
I know, goddess of war and love, which she is both, because she likes to bite strangers.
Oh, okay.
yeah, she's not that nice, but she's nice to me. And we're good owners, so we don't let her bite people. Yeah, so I got into content creation. Funnily enough, I was like super anti-social media before content creation. And I got into it because I was running a mental health program that was based out of my undergrad thesis. So my undergrad was really weird because it was basically, have you ever done like AP courses in high school?
Yeah.
Okay. My college was basically like an AP course for undergrad. So you could do what's called an honors, which basically you don't do a minor, you just specialize in one thing. And it's to just make you like the best of the best. And specifically our school was known for nursing and psychology. So a lot of our students would go on to become clinical psychologists, which is a field that's more competitive actually than medicine. So for our undergrad thesis, it sounds like small, but you're basically doing a master's thesis from beginning to end. So that by the time you do a master's thesis, it's your second time through. That's the unironic model of it.
So it's more so I wouldn't say it's easier. It's something you're used to it at that point.
Exactly. So incredible training, but also when I try to explain to people, I'm like, look, my bachelor's wasn't like most bachelors. People are like, yeah, everyone says that. And I'm like, no, like I was doing like research ethics applications in year 3. Like it was different. So I did a study in what's called incremental mindsets. And then I did the study. Unlike most studies, it was successful. So we had a significant finding, which very rarely happens in research, which a lot of people don't know. That's what could later get published in a peer-reviewed journal.
Right.
So I took that and COVID hit, and the government of Alberta was looking for novel ideas to address mental health issues. And we submitted my thesis basically being like, I could do this shit 13 times because it was like a computer program that was like a prevention program. I won't get into the details, but basically I ran that program, hired a media person because we needed to disseminate it to the people of Canada. And my media person quit 3 months before the 4th video was supposed to launch. Like it was like early on, but the program was going to end in 8 months. And so we were like, there's no world we're going to hire somebody for this time in between and like train them enough to know it. And so I took over the media until one lady was going to come back from mat leave and then take over because she was our media person for the firm that I was like, working with. So I took over media and I was just like trying to figure out how the fuck to do this shit because I didn't have anything. I like barely had an Instagram at this point in time. I was just like really not into social media. And I made a TikTok to try to like figure out how the algorithm works. So I would just like post shit on my personal page rather than the like company page so I could figure out what worked. And unfortunately, the only stuff that worked was when I would swear and get angry. So that didn't translate very well for promoting the program. And then when the program ended, I had like 4 months before my master's PhD program for clinical psych started that I've been accepted into. And so I was like, what do I do with all this time? And I had finished training as a psychometrist, which is basically like, it's 18 credits of postgraduate work. So it's like, it's not a master's, it's something in between. It's like a specialization essentially.
Sure.
And I could go to a jail and work there for 4 months, but that would be really shitty because they train you for 2 months of the 4 and then you'd fucking dip out of there, which is not good. So my husband was like, why don't you try social media? You know, you've already been doing it. Just try streaming. You might make some money. And then you're kind of popping off on TikTok, which was like 20K. Like I really wasn't popping off on TikTok, but
whoa. Hey. No, that is like, what do you mean that's not popping off?
True,
for
that
somebody,
is.
I was about to say, for somebody that is like casually like posting, like were you posting like habitually? Was this like an everyday thing or?
No, definitely not.
Okay, and you got 20K. Yeah, absolutely not. No, you were popping off.
Yeah, so my husband saw the vision. He was like, I think you could make it in the media space. So he's like, why don't you try streaming? And I was like, okay. So our friends helped me set up. I've never streamed before. I don't watch streams. I don't watch YouTube. So I don't know anything about this world. So I start streaming and they're like, well, just play like Red Dead while you stream. And I was like, okay. So I was like listening to like podcasts while playing video games. And then my husband's like, you should talk to Destiny. And I was like, I don't know who that is. And he was like, he'll talk to anyone. Just email him. And I was like, I don't know what I'd talk to this random person about. And he's like, watch this video. So he made me watch a video where Destiny talks to a counselor.
Okay.
And my husband knew it was going to piss me off because the counselor is very not scientifically informed, in my opinion. Okay. And I emailed Destiny and I was like, I'm mad about that video because he was dumb and I'm going to set things right. And Destiny was like, okay, come on, 2 hours of free content. And then my husband also suggested I try to debate. So somebody put me onto Prime Kai's. I don't know if anyone remembers Prime Kai's from the Twitch poll days, but I went on some Prime Kai's panels and Prime Kai's was really impressed. And kind of the rest is history. Like literally 3 days into streaming, I had like 200 viewers. So
Jesus.
Yeah, I really did pop. And then just so it's clear, and then I stayed at 200 for like 6 months. And then I started flying a little bit more and then I stopped streaming.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't know. It's a very strange career, but here I am.
Wow.
In America.
Way to make me feel bad about myself. All right.
Sorry, I know.
No, it's okay. That's great. Question. How did your husband know that you would do well in the debating space? Was this because of conversations?
He's married to me. What do you mean?
Exactly. Okay. Okay. No, that totally makes sense. Well, it's hilarious because you pretty much tackled like multiple of my questions at once. So you're making my life really easy.
Well, I'm a circle talker and a yapper, so interrupt me. Like seriously, I will talk for too long. So
you're good.
It helps me learn to be better at this. So
no, you're good. The conversation is still flowing naturally, so you're fine. Okay. But the next thing that I wanted to ask you was about the Streamer Accelerator program that you're currently running that I am also a part of. I told my chat. I appreciate it. I told my chat this before. Kyla runs the program. She's been providing providing multiple creators with a lot of different resources and knowledge, and it has been a huge help to me. And this is something that I really appreciate because I've always said this to my wife and my friends that I like when I get bigger, I want to help other small content creators as well. And this is something that you're already doing. So what made you even want to start something like this in the first place?
I wish it was beautiful and noble, but the reality is that I got approached with it when the Bridges podcast that I'd started with Steven, we had ended it. And I was like, I was wrecked. I wasn't willing to stream. I was like pretty traumatized by the amount of harassment I experienced. And so I was like, I need work. And I had done some work with these guys who do a lot of like, they do some political work and they do some nonprofit work. And they're like, hey, we've got this funder that has this idea of like a streamer accelerator. And it's like bipartisan. They just like kind of want to know if anyone thinks that they can make streamers grow. Do you have an idea? And I was like, I do. So I built a program in like 2 days because I'm really good at program building. There's like in my background, I have a lot of like program development. So I built this program that I thought would work, and the funder liked it. And they're like, fuck it, we ball. So then we ran it with 15 people, and it was really successful. We had like really, really good metrics. Everyone grew in their streaming, which was awesome. So the model worked, the theory worked, and it's a pretty unique theory. I'm sure you've talked about it already. And because it was successful, we got renewed for another cycle of 40 creators instead of 15. So that's what we're doing now.
That's incredible. And it's crazy that you were even approached. So is this through like I think you said this before. Is this through like a grant?
Yep. It's a C3. It's not specifically a grant necessarily because, well, it is a grant because they took multiple applicants, I suppose. But when people think grant, they think like a research grant, specifically like through a research ethics board. It is a C3 grant, but it's not an ethics. It's not through like a research firm.
It depends, but
it's a nonprofit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's funny enough. That's actually my background. But before I went full time, I was a grant writer. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay, so you know the hell landscape of grant writing.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I know how important metrics are, and well, in this case, like analytics and the narrative specifically. But I kind of did it. It was kind of natural since my degree is in journalism, so writing was always pretty natural for me.
Okay.
But when it comes to this program, what like type of content creators are you looking for specifically? Like what would make somebody like stand out?
So a lot of people, how do I want to describe this without offending anyone? Okay. A lot of people want to be a content creator, and not a lot of people have the stuff for it. And there's two main kind of breaks that I see. So one of it is just straight up so there's three breaks for it. One of it is the talent. The reality is that the most charismatic person you know in the world might not be a very good streamer. A streamer is, I don't even know how to find it when you walk out in the real world, but if I watch a person stream, I can go, that person has it.
Yeah.
They have something, and what it is, it's hard to describe, but it's essentially, it's something about them that is notable enough that they will stand out in a saturated industry, whatever industry that they are, right? Sometimes it's usually a blend of aesthetic, of presentation, and their personality. The second break is somebody who actually does the work. A lot of people want to stream, and a lot of people don't actually consistently stream. They don't send their shit to editors. They don't put out shorts. They don't figure out a method to convert their streams into VODs. So they really want to stream, but they're not really willing to do any of the processes in between to be successful at streaming.
Yep.
And oftentimes they'll be like, it's my artistic whimsy. I just like don't do these things. And I'm just like, okay, then get fucked. I don't know what to tell you. Like then you're not gonna make it in the industry 9 times out of 10, unless you're really, really special. Because there are certain streamers that break out of what is successful in streaming. Like Tyler One is a great example of somebody who defies kind of like most standards of what makes good streaming. But it's just like Tyler One's a freak. And he's an OG. Like, I don't know if we get a new Tyler one ever again because the industry is so different than when he started. And also, the kid can just like pick up any game and become world class at it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
that's an
not
anomaly.
replaceable. That's not replaceable. You don't find that very often.
No.
So those are kind of like the two main like skills, and then the third break is the mental. And so I vet for the first two because I think the mental is solvable, and that's kind of somewhat what the cohort model is for. The cohort model does a couple of things, but one of the biggest things is the mental, because streamers are exceptionally lonely.
Oh, interesting. At first I thought you were about to say mentally ill, and I was like, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I got issues.
That too sometimes, but usually it's after. Usually it's secondary to the loneliness.
Interesting. And I thought you were going to say, like, I thought you were adding the mental aspect just because of, like, I don't know, like potential like scrutiny and like just like people being negative online. But I mean that comes with that comes with content creation in the first place.
That's part of it for sure.
Yeah, but no, I agree with everything that you said, and I tell people that all the time because I mean, hell, I've had friends that look at what I do and they think that they can do what I do, but I'm like, it's really not that simple. And not to even sound cocky, but it looks simple because I make it look simple. It's So no, I totally get it. And that's the ugly truth. And honestly, when you are a content creator or a streamer, you gotta kind of be a masochist. You have to love pain because stuff is not going to go the way that you want it to go for quite some time. I mean, unless you're just lucky. There is also an element of luck in this too, right?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. But the issue is when you think about luck in this industry, it is about luck, but every highly successful streamer is lucky enough times that it's skill. Like, and it's mostly through collaboration. That's just a reality. Like every lucky streamer is a streamer who never got afraid of rejection and butted their heads. Like Mizkif is such a good example of somebody who, like, all of the problems with Mizkif, but there's lots of problems with Mizkif, obviously. But why he was so successful in the industry is because he just like butted his head against the wall of trying to collab and trying to connect with people over and over again until he met E-Rob. And then he found his way in and he blew up from there, right? And then he just kept doing it until he was, for a period, he was the king of Twitch. Not for super long, but like he just was the king of Twitch for a while. And now he's fallen because unfortunately, a lot of the personality quirks that streaming selects for are very deleterious to interpersonal relationships, which is why I think streamers are uniquely predisposed to having so many
so much drama and issues.
Yeah. And it's a type of medium that is so raw that you get, like, it's kind of like living with somebody in a lot of ways. Like you get all the ugly parts that video essayist or a shorts creator you just never really have to see if they don't want you to. Like you gotta be fucking messy as a video essayist for it to be obvious on your channel. Like you gotta be messy.
That is so fucking true. And that's one reason as to why I try to stay out the way. I mean, I'm honestly, outside of this, my life is extremely boring and I want it to stay that way. But collaboration is something that's very important. I mean, I agree wholeheartedly. When it comes to collaboration, it just, especially if you have the personality for it, like you can bounce off of somebody's personality. It's very easy. Like I make a lot of content. I'm sure you already know. I make a lot of content with Logix. Logix and we have a very natural chemistry. Yeah, that's my guy. We bounce off of each other very easily. And when we make content, it usually goes well. Like we spent, I don't know, like, what was it, like 2 hours or 3 hours talking about Officer Brandon Tatum on Jubilee. And that video did like 10K.
Nice. Yeah. That's really, really important to find the collabs that are meaty. Yeah. Who has a good dynamic.
Yeah, absolutely. So last thing I'll ask you about the accelerator program is, what do you ultimately want the program to become? Is the goal to keep it relatively small and hands-on, or do you want to grow it into something much bigger? Not like a streamer university, but something bigger.
I'm not sure, actually. Like now that we're in this secondary test, this is like the real test of if the model actually works, because the pilot could have been a fluke, as all experimental pilots are. They could just be flukes. So if this is successful again, then it means the model genuinely works. And then I don't really know what I want to do with that, because the reality is that like helping creators grow is really cool, but it's certainly not like what I'm most passionate about.
That's
So
fair.
it's probably something that I'd probably patent and want to sell eventually. Because the knowledge is all up here, but I can just eventually I can just convert it to pen and paper and sell it to somebody and let them run it. And if it works and it leads to people having success and streamers connecting and stuff, then that's awesome. But it's not what I'm like most passionate about. So honestly, that's probably my long-term goal, is like, can I cash it in for something? Which we'll see. We'll see. It might get renewed. I'm not sure. We'll see.
All right. Yeah. No, and that's totally fair. I wouldn't be surprised if it did get renewed. Like I said, you guys are doing a great job, and I appreciate everybody that's working on the program.
Good.
To transition, you were actually previously affiliated with the Unfuck America tour.
Yep.
And now you're building Take Back America.
Yep.
If you're comfortable talking about it, what made you decide it was time to like basically branch off and start your own thing?
I want to keep it as like non-dramatic as possible. So
sure.
I decided it was for multitude of reasons, it was professionally better to step out of Unfuck. And then Take Back America mostly started because
she's struggling with this one, guys.
I'm really disinterested in too much left on left violence. I don't think it's the time and place. And the reality is that like my story of how things happen is not going to be everyone's, and people might be bothered by that. But essentially, I stepped away for personal reasons, and a few other people did as well, and they still wanted to organize. So I was like, there's like 8 bajillion people who would love to probably work with a tour to like organize it, as long as it doesn't have a swear name in its label, basically, because funders don't like swears, because they're soy and losers. And that's bad. Just so it's bad, and that's not Unfuck's fault. Just so it's clear, that's like a bad thing that's happening to Unfuck. So I was like, yeah, I can introduce you to a couple of people, and a couple months later, here we are.
Yeah.
I'm kind of helping organize it and run it, just because I have a pretty extensive professional background. So like I respond to emails, and most streamers don't. I'm going to be super honest. Most creators don't. The Stream Accelerator started because previously the firm that I was working with, I organized a bunch of like creator media events for them. So I've had a lot of work bridging creators with professional spaces over and over and over again. And so stepping into like more organizing is like a really natural extension, because I've done a ton of event planning, I've done a ton of creator management, and I've done a ton of professional management. It's just like herding 8 million cats. And it's kind of like easy for me now. So I think I've just kind of stepped into the role kind of accidentally, in the way that all of the best and worst relationships start, is just like accidental. And it's building into something that I guess we'll see where it goes. It's feeling pretty promising. I don't want to, toot my horn too much, but it seems really promising. I think we're going to have a lot of tour stops in the next 2 years. So looking forward to it. And most importantly, I'm an immigrant, and I'm an immigrant attached to a business visa. And so my company that I own is the only way I stay in this country. So I've been able to attach Streamer Accelerator to it, as well as TBA. And so these are 2 ways that essentially I can also maintain my immigration, just because my business is successful. So I think I'm just proving to be a really good media bridge between what I call internet land, which is like a country by itself, and normie land. I can kind of communicate to both of them because I know them both pretty well. Like I'm kind of a native in both lands.
You're an excellent translator.
Yeah. Yeah, I speak the language of both.
Are you originally from Canada? I'm assuming.
I am.
Okay. All right. Cool. Which part?
But we have the internet there, just so it's clear.
Yeah. I would assume so.
Yeah. Sled dogs, but also the internet.
Which part?
Alberta, originally.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So when it comes to TBA, with organizations that are similar to it, what do you
Mm,
want TBA? How does TBA differ from those organizations?
we're cooler. Unironically, I'm
I
literally not even. I'm when I say we're cooler, that sounds like a dismissive. The entire slogan of TBA is making
Mhm,
liberalism cool again. Like so a lot of different programs have different focuses.
mhm,
I'm very obsessed with the aesthetic and branding. I think that is like the most important thing for the Gen Z vote, unironically.
mhm.
And something weird happened, I feel like in like the 60s, where everyone was like, man, aesthetic is like vain and silly. And it's like, beauty and art is like what we die for. I don't even know what the fuck you're talking. Like your
Absolutely.
entire back of your head is devoted to vision. I actually
Right.
don't know what people are talking about when they think aesthetic doesn't matter that much. It's like a quarter of your brain is dedicated to vision. What the fuck are we talking about here? So
True.
it's
It
a large part of it is branding, and then a
mhm.
second part of it is like education, and
Okay.
specifically education to politicians who are completely out of touch with the people.
Fair, because there are plenty of them out there.
Yeah, most of
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
And I mean, going back to what you said about aesthetic, I mean, that's absolutely true. I mean, without aesthetic, I mean, some of the most popular content creators wouldn't even exist. So that,
Unironically, like
yeah.
you can look at a person like Zoran Mamdani. I could have told
Mhm.
you the moment I saw that man on Instagram, I was like, he's gonna win and he's gonna be the darling of the DSA. No question. His
I agree.
aesthetic, it's very subdued, but it's perfect. He's
Yeah.
always smiling. He's got negative cantle tilt, so he looks like a fucking puppy dog,
Yep.
right? He's handsome, but not too handsome. He's not in your face handsome. He's just handsome enough that he feels you get all of the positive benefits of like the halo effect, but he's
Mhm.
not so attractive that people are like, that fucking vain asshole. Like he is, and he's so charismatic. He is, God,
Extremely charismatic.
maybe the only competitor in politics for his charisma is probably Gavin Newsom, unironically. And Gavin Newsom is a little
Mhm.
bit too pretty. He runs into a lot of, he unironically is so attractive that he's running into like you're probably a piece of shit because you're super attractive. Like that aesthetically.
Really?
So people have criticisms of his governorship, obviously, as well.
Obviously, I mean,
Whereas Zoran Mamdani is untested. The reality is if Zoran Mamdani serves for as long as Gavin Newsom, people are going to have criticisms of him too. Maybe not as many, right? I think Zoran may be uniquely good at policy, but also we'll find out. We'll find out. The budget stuff is a little sus. We'll see. We'll
I
see how
agree.
I'm here for the experiment. I'm all for Mamdani, but also we'll find out how well delaying certain costs go year two. We'll
That's
find
so
out.
interesting that you said that about Gavin Newsom, though, because honestly, I thought it was the other way around because I see more criticism going towards Mamdani than I see towards Newsom. But then again, that could be all racism because I mean, I mainly see it
There's a
on
lot of
Twitter.
racism to Mamdani. I mean, the
Yeah.
reality is just like if they hear Zoran,
Zoran, yeah.
it's just
Hmm.
tough, right?
Yeah.
Because America seems like pretty racist. And
Yeah.
despite that, Zoran is killing it.
Yeah.
Whereas Gavin is very all-American, right?
Hmm.
Gavin is somebody who can collect a Republican vote if he can appeal to them and kind of escape the California stigma that happens for the rest of the country
Yeah.
because he's just so white.
He is
hella white.
He is
Gavin
incredibly white.
Newsom. Like, I don't know. He's just so white. But I will say something. I haven't met Zoram. I've only heard good things though. I have met Gavin and I know people who know both of them, and everyone says they're both so charismatic. Like Gavin is genuinely, when you meet him in person, he's charismatic in a way where like it feels like when he like says like it's so nice to meet you that he means it, even though he says it to 40,000 people, right? And I've heard that that's the same for Zoran. The only person that comes close actually to that charisma is Adam Mockler. Adam is very charismatic.
Oh, I could tell that.
Yeah. But he's charismatic like Zoran. He's kind of a Zoran, like a puppy dog sweetie guy. Whereas Gavin's more of like the jock Chad, which I think rubs a couple of people wrong. And then obviously people have criticisms of his tenure as a politician, which Zoran is just very untested. So we'll see.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I am very curious on on seeing what's gonna happen with both of those figures. I mean, especially when it comes to Gavin Newsom. Like, I really want to know if he's gonna run, if AOC is in the running. Like, I really want to know.
Yeah, I was suspecting AOC wouldn't run But I feel like some of the ways she's been responding to it recently, I wouldn't be surprised if she makes a bid, but I'm on the fence. Whereas I think Gavin is for sure.
Yeah.
He's obviously going to make a run, obviously.
I mean, if he didn't, I would be extremely surprised because besides Gavin, I'll be honest with you, there isn't any other candidate where I'm like, sure, maybe it's. And I feel like that's my issue.
Pete,
maybe.
Right? So like, I don't know. It's just so tough. It's like all of these bigotries are existing right now, and so unfortunately, like, understandably, people are going to be like, well, we don't want to lose the next election because democracy might unironically be over if that happens. Like JD Vance should not be in power.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
And you know, I feel like the issue with Pete though, Pete doesn't come off as charismatic as Gavin, in my opinion.
Yeah, he doesn't have specifically, he doesn't have like the aura. He doesn't seem like he's taking up the room in the way that Zoran and Mamdani and Abdul do. Like those three men, they really take up the room.
Yeah.
In a way that Pete just doesn't, even though Pete is, I would say, of them all, other than Zoran, he's the most eloquent and he's also the most like researched. I haven't seen Zoran do much as far as like dropping bars, like being like stat, data.
Yeah.
Zoran is more of like the narrator. Like that man can give a fucking speech. Okay. Yeah. That man can give a speech. It is too bad he was not born in America. Because
I know.
He would be an absolute star.
Man.
Presidential candidate. He's got Obama aura. Like he just does.
No. He does, but you know the racists wouldn't let that happen. Oh, Jesus.
Obama happened.
I mean, yeah, Obama happened, and that was
he's got a weird name. He's got a weird name.
He does have a weird name, but all the racists, you know, back in 2016, they said, "Look, we let Obama happen. We're not going to let this again. We're going to vote for Donald J. Trump."
Right, yeah, but you have to remember Hillary is running against him, and like Hillary, and I don't want to knock Hillary. Like I'm not a lover of Hillary necessarily, and she was exceptionally unelectable, but she plays institutional politics well. Very like Hillary is connected. She is friends with basically everyone in federal institutions. Like Hillary is a great politician. She's just a terrible electable person. Like she just
sure.
Nobody liked her. And is it because she's a woman? In part, but I don't think it was only because she was a woman, unfortunately.
You know what? I just hate, there are so many, like, there's a lot of nuance because I see people compare like Hillary running to Kamala a lot. And there's so much nuance to both of those situations because I honestly feel like Kamala got the short end of the stick when it came to that entire situation. That shit sucked.
It sucked, and God, I won't talk too much about media strategy because I don't know what's under NDA. But when she originally had her own firm that she worked with that knew her very well. So Kamala, the Brat stuff, that came out of her first firm that she'd worked with for VP. She swapped to the main presidential PR firm. And when she swapped, that's when everything went to shit. Because they were just like, here's what worked for Joe Biden. You do this. And it's like, Kamala's not Joe Biden, right? You can't run a chick who said abolish the police and pretend she's a moderate. I'm sorry, you can't do it. You can't do it. And when you do, everyone's like, I think you're lying, actually. I think you're lying.
And that's exactly what happened, unfortunately.
It was so bad. It was just so unfortunate, right? Because it's like, okay, well, can we run Biden? Like, bro's cortisol is cranking his brain. Like I just want to be clear, I love Biden. Okay. I thought his presidency was fantastic. I think his nominee choices were absolute, like his presidency, amazing, actually amazing. He got such a short stick, but he was old and he didn't want to rerun. He even said, he's like, I don't really want to rerun, but he was like, put Trump to fascism. We need an incumbent. We need an incumbent. And like, we started seeing blood in the water that incumbents were getting fucking annihilated by like economic crisis. And we're like, oh, but there's only like, nobody knows Kamala's name. And if it's not Kamala, who else would it be? And it was just such a shit show. It was such a shit show. And I think everyone looks back at it and is like, obviously we should have done that. And I'm like, bro, all this shit's hindsight. Like,
yeah, it's everything. All this, it's always hindsight. I mean, you didn't know they could not. Well, I'm not gonna say they couldn't have like foreseen some things, but I mean, it is what it is at this point. It's just so unfortunate.
Yeah, like they should have done the fanfare of primaries, but the reality is they didn't have the time and money. Like, I'm sorry, people don't realize this. Primaries are like $500,000 to run effective primaries.
I honestly did not realize it was that expensive.
It's so expensive. And primaries were invented in the 60s for fanfare. It's literally to make, like, it's primaries don't actually matter. That, like, I'm for primaries by and large, but it's like, once the delegates are selected at the end of the day at a federal level for your president, your presidential primary doesn't matter that much, because who wins the primary? Your delegates will just vote for it. So it's not like anti-electoral, but because we've come to buy into the primary system and we don't understand what's different about presidential primaries and like state primaries, people got upset. Understandably, people understandably got upset because people aren't expected to have to know all this fucking information. So it was just a nightmare. It was literally a nightmare. We didn't have the time or money to run primaries, but we also didn't have the time or money to not pick Kamala because she had the most name recognition. And if it wasn't Kamala, who the fuck would it be?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
And would they have been slaughtered? Probably. Maybe we should have just stuck with Biden, because the top Google search on the day of the elections is, where's Joe Biden? Right? So it's just like people in politics have these really big feelings, and they need to remember that like the people who vote watch sports every Sunday. They don't watch news.
True.
Like lots of people didn't even realize that Biden was out. Like unironically, right? So yeah.
That's
it's just
funny.
hindsight. I don't know what the perfect answer would have been. It was just a tragedy. It was just like a tragedy of circumstance.
And absolutely,
I'm not mad at anyone.
Absolutely. And it was so sad. Fun fact, when she lost, I was actually on a cruise. I was on a cruise. Everybody were wearing their fucking MAGA hats and shit. It got a little depressing for a little while during that cruise.
I was live streaming with all of the orbiter friends of Destiny of DGG before
I bet that was fun.
It was super fun. And we would just rotate between different people's channels to see the reaction. And we were like dying laugh. It was so like dark, but we would like went to like Luke Beasley's channel and he's like crying. And then we would like go to like Chank's stream. And they unironically put fire in their background, like a city's burning down. And we were just dying. Because it was like, obviously, we were dealing with the upset with dark humor, as anybody who's dealt with dark situations understands. But yeah, it was such a crazy night. It's so crazy to look back on the election and be like, man, not only is the country so differently, but like my life is so different.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, man. Okay. See, okay, look, this is not even your fault. If you can't tell, I like to yap too. I love to engage. This is one of the reasons why I like doing this in the first place, because I love having conversations. I love talking. But okay, so let's transition to your personal life. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, Kyla, you seem like an absolute workaholic. So between TBA, the accelerator program, traveling, research, debates, being married, what are you doing to balance all of this? Because I have an issue with balancing the little things that I do. So I can't imagine being in Kyla's crazy world.
I definitely don't want to pretend like I balance. Like I don't want to like speak about this and be like, I found balance in this way. Like the real day by day is I wake up and I'm stressed out because I have basically 3 major projects under my belt that I need to stay on top of at all times. But my firm is in a really critical window where I think if this project is successful and TBA gets like 2 to 3 more events, my company is made. And if my company is made, then I can like chill out a little bit. But if it's not made, then I need my content as my income source, like for a bottom line. It's like, that's just the reality of my day by day. And I don't know. So I wake up and I'm stressed out and I grind my teeth and I'm sometimes irritable. And then I try to do meditation to like bring it back down. But I have an infinite list of things that I've never completed that I probably will never get to, except for things that I have to get to, like, you know. And so how do I maintain balance? When I notice that I'm burning out, I take a week off, like I did very recently. So I took a full week off after July, because July I was only home for like 5 days. between traveling for content and then traveling for work. I just was never home. So I try to take the intentional time off. I have horses that I ride that are very good for me.
You have horses?
I do.
Wow. How many horses?
2 now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, that's crazy. I had to ask you because I see everything that you are doing, and I'm just like, how the fuck is she doing all this? Do you have an assistant?
I think soon I can have an assistant. I can almost afford an assistant.
Okay. Thank God. Thank God,
it's too much. I do have W2 staff. I have 2 W2 staff. I have about 10 contractors. Like I have staff, but I don't have an assistant yet, which is why like people will be left on red for a long time and stuff. So that I think if I get like, if I make an extra 4K per month, I can afford an assistant because that would pay for an assistant. I also pay probably too much, but I'd really like to pay staff really competitive wages. I just like believe very strongly in paying staff well.
You need to talk to all of these nonprofits and organizations.
That sounded really fucking. I'm sorry. That sounded so annoying. I mean, like I'm, hot take, but I believe in paying staff well.
That's not annoying at all.
It sounds. It's like somebody being like, I just believe in like getting. I just like believe in it. I know I'm really unique in that way. I don't mean it in that way. Just to be clear, like when I'm saying that out loud, I'm thinking as a boss, being like, I know I'm paying too much, but like also I feel bad. So I don't know. Small business owners. This is why I'll never own Amazon, is because I'm a small business owner instead.
I mean, well, it's probably more so that you have a fucking soul. So there's that.
No, I'm a fucking simp. That's what it is. Okay, I'm a little softy. Okay, I'm a little freak. I'm a little softy.
Kyla,
somebody's like,
you have a soul. I'm telling you, that's what it is.
Things are tight, and I'm like, well.
Okay, so.
But I'm also still good at business. Okay, I'm still. Well, that's not.
Yeah,
true.
I mean,
that's not true. I'm not good at
obviously.
business. No.
Kyla, yes, you are. I mean,
I'm not. If you look at my financials, I'm not that good at business. I'm just really good at making programs, and there's nobody else who does it like I do.
That's fair. I have no idea about your financials. You could very well be in the red.
I'm not. I'm not in the red.
Then you're fine.
Yeah,
you're fine. So I wouldn't say that you're bad at business. You're fine.
Yeah,
you're doing great. You're doing great. Okay. So even with like just me working on content full time, my wife has to rein me back in because I am now at a space where if I'm not doing anything, I kind of feel guilty. Because I'm like, I could be
grind window because you're coming up.
Exactly. Like I could be doing X, Y, and Z. So does your husband ever have to like rein you back in sometimes? Like, Kyla, get the fuck off the computer. Like, come watch this show with me. Like, let's do something.
It's the phone.
Really?
Yeah, it's the phone. I'm always getting texts or Discord messages. And so when we're spending time together, I mean, I'll just like have infinite messages. That I need to get back to do different things. That's the phone is the biggest one for me. And it's like, it's always on your hip because you need to be available for emergencies, but also because it's on your hip, you're just available all the time. So for me, it's the phone. I can step away from the computer pretty well. Because I don't like sitting and like being at the computer that much, but it's the phone. That's my big thing.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's funny because it was the phone for me too. I mean, I don't have people contacting me like you do, but it is the phone because I mean, even just
because it's content.
Comments,
exactly. You're seeing comments, and then if something drops, as a content creator, if I respond to this within 6 hours, I'm going to be at the top of the fucking page. I know, yeah. Especially when you do current news stuff.
Yes.
Like, it's not even current news. Even if you're doing evergreen content, the reality is if you're reacting to something and it dropped 2 hours ago, if you can get it out within the next 2 to 3 hours, you're at the top of the YouTube page for it.
And that shit is going to pop. So,
and you're on your come up, so you got to do it.
Yeah, I absolutely get it. But I think finding balance doing this is very important, and I'm glad that I have a a significant other to like I said, rein me back in and just say, hey, you just need to like establish a better schedule, which funny enough, it turns out that I suck at, which is ironic because I have more time to do this shit, but yeah. So when it comes to your husband, how does he feel about like your notoriety, especially as of late? Because I feel like you're getting bigger and bigger. I mean, I saw Rogan just recently followed you.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
That was crazy. I mean, that might be nothing.
Who knows?
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
Really well. He thinks it was cool. Nick is like the best person, I don't know, you'll ever meet. Everyone's biased because it's their own partner, but like,
yeah,
most people also will meet both of us and agree that Nick is also their favorite person. Like, there's so many creators that I'll meet and they'll be like, you know, Nick's one of my, I think I won't say the name of this creator, okay, because I'm still salty about it, but he's like, yeah, Nick's one of my top 3 people in the world. And that's just how most people feel about Nick. Like, Nick is kind of just the best person ever, which is really intimidating to be in a relationship with, because if we have a problem 9 out of 10 times, it's because like I'm like genuine, and I'm not even just like genuinely, I'm just like being an irritable, irrational like freak.
That's funny.
So he's really supportive. He thinks it's cool. I got recognized a lot now in public. Like, I kind of say I don't go to an airport without getting recognized, which is super fun.
That is insane.
Yeah, but it's fun. I like it, and he loves it. Like, he probably likes it more than I do, actually, at this point. He adores it, and we're starting to get recognized at the gym. Just recently, one of his gym friends was like, "Wait, is your wife this person?" And Nick's like, "We've known each other for 2 years." But yeah. And Nick loves it. Nick thinks it's the best thing ever. And he's always like, tell the hotel you're a creator so we get a special deal. And I'm like, no, we're not doing that, because I'm not like, they're not getting their bang for buck. So
right, no, you're not going to promote the fucking hotel.
Like, I'll make a story, but like, who the fuck cares? Like, nobody, right? So I'm just like, that's not worth. Hilarious. There's no ROI for them. So like, no. But yeah, he loves it. He's super supportive. I think the biggest thing is that he probably would say that like he wishes I was less hard on myself. I'm like a pretty like deeply self-critical person, and this industry puts the spotlight on you, which is probably why I was never inclined to social media already. So it's a very, I think I'm a personality that's actually very disinclined towards it. But I seem to be really like good at it. So it's like this strange, and also like if I want to get anything done politically, I basically need clout. So I'm like, well, if I want to get my political goals done, I kind of have to like do the content side, but I'm not really passionate about it in the way that like other creators are, which is why I like, maybe that's why I'm good at teaching it, because I'm just less passionate about it, so I can like maybe just see the systems better. But like, I want other creators to be successful, because if you guys are all successful and then you guys will like help me out in the future, like I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, for sure. Look, people don't understand. A lot of these relationships are symbiotic. Like,
they are. They are for good creators. There's a lot of creators that will blow up and act like they don't know nobody, but it's pretty. You can kind of see it coming
for sure.
The people that it happens to. Yeah.
Somebody in the chat said, "Is Nick still a personal trainer?"
He is. Yeah. He still trains. Yeah, it's more small time now, but he still has a couple of clients that he works with.
Shout out to Nick. I hope to meet Nick someday. He sounds like a great guy.
He's amazing, and trains me, and he trains our best friend that lives in town. So
tough. Yeah. Okay. Just a few, and this is these next couple of questions are fun, and then we're going to get into being a woman in debate spaces stuff. We'll get in the nitty gritty.
That's the funner stuff to talk about. Talking about myself is uncomfortable. I don't know. I don't like
but it. You're doing well. You're doing well.
Am I? I don't know. Yeah. I feel like every time, like the financial stuff, I'm looking back being like, everyone is going to think so many weird things about it, and it's not that weird. I pay probably 25% industry standard. That's the actual answer. I pay about 25% above industry standard, but also I'm quick to fire and quick to hire. That's the actual answer of my business. I pay people really well, and if you suck at your job, I'm going to cut you. So I'm a little ruthless and a little nice.
That's fair. Yeah.
I see. But I'm bad at self-advocating. I need to I'm so bad. I'm so uncomfortable with it. Ugh.
And this is an issue a lot of us have actually, because I don't want to be on the other side of this myself.
Actually, many creators are great self-advocates.
I'm not a self-advocate.
I know that's probably a bad weakness for a lot of creators. Is
that
like most good people don't make it as creators because they're not they're narcissistic enough to point a camera at themselves and think people will watch, but they're not so narcissistic that they will be like antisocial about it. And there's some level of antisociality that you kind of have to do to make it in this space, which I've kind of learned and systematized, but like, I don't like it. And I'm very bad. I don't write my own cover letters. Okay. Ever. I've never written one.
Really?
I always give the bullet points to my friend and then like the keywords to include in there that the business likes, but I never write it. Ever. I've never written.
I mean, that's fair. They're a pain in the ass. So I
just can't write about myself. I just get
really
weird. Yeah, it's not good.
Okay,
like,
all right.
When I say I'm good at school, I don't mean I'm like actually good at school. And my friend's like, bro, you have a 4.9. Like a 3.9, shut the fuck up. You're good at school. And I'm just like, yeah, but like they'll think I'm cocky. And then it's bad.
Okay.
Or I'll do the opposite to like course correct and I'll actually just be cocky. There's like no middle ground.
Your issue is way worse than mine. I am not on your level. You are to the extreme. I'm not that bad.
Broken about it. I'm like actually brain broken. I hate it.
I'm not that bad. Okay. Like I promise you this isn't as personal. So I noticed that you like anime.
I do.
And if you haven't noticed, I love anime. So just real quick, give me like maybe your top 3 favorites.
Shinseki Yuri.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an obscure one, but people should really watch it if they like dark shonens.
I do.
Okay. AOT, of course.
Fair.
A classic. What's my third right now? I'm not sure who falls in third. Does Studio Ghibli count as anime?
Yeah.
The Boy and the Heron is probably my third, but it's tied with Princess Mononoke. Princess Mononoke has been like my favorite Ghibli, but
I saw like Princess Mononoke is on your banner.
Yeah. I love. I like spiritually identify with Princess Mononoke a lot.
Fair.
But the Boy and the Heron, I think I like the themes in it a little bit more.
Yeah, that's fair. Mine are a little more basic, but I mean it's fair.
You're like shonen, and shonen. Wait, Hunter x Hunter? Is Hunter x Hunter one of them?
Actually, no. Hunter x Hunter. Hunter it's in my top 10. I love Hunter x Hunter. But I would say Akame ga Kill.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho, and I fucking love Naruto. Like it's so good. Yeah.
Minus the filler.
Yeah, minus the Jesus Christ.
Like 60% of it.
Yes, I got my brother to watch it and I was jealous because I got to give him like all the episodes without the fucking filler. And I was like, damn it, you lucky son of a bitch. You just get to see a bunch of action.
I've never so I've watched Naruto multiple times. I don't think I've ever watched it from beginning to end because I just get so tired of the filler. So I know there's like the pain arc, for example. Ooh. I think I've watched all of it technically in like 2 sittings, but I've never sat and watched it from beginning to end by itself.
Really?
I don't
and that's one of the best arcs. So
I know it is a good arc.
Yeah. But all right. Let's get into the nitty gritty. Okay. Do you think, and this is probably a stupid question because I probably know the answer, but do you think you get treated differently?
Sexism real. It is in fact real. It does exist. Also, hot takes. So does racism. Hear me out. Crazy.
Fair. Okay. But do you think you get treated differently in debate spaces because you are a woman?
Yes, in 2 ways. There's privilege and there's like oppression as all intersections go. So I have a higher floor. All female creators, especially debaters, but all creators that are female, I think have a higher floor. So there is a certain benefit of being a pretty woman on the internet that is just unavoidable, right? This is why, like, when people follow me, I'll go, well, is it a real follow or is it a gooner follow? We'll find out, right? Yeah. And that's just a reality that you have to live with. And it's also mindfucky because you never know to what extent is your success because of your looks and your sexuality, or is it because of your skill, which is very tough. So it gives you a benefit because the floor is higher. Like the floor is higher, but also the ceiling is lower for 2 reasons. Number one, there are genuine sexist men who just will always view a woman doing the same thing as slightly less respect-worthy. But two, there's a whole other group of non-sexist men who are like, well, I don't want to like follow the female girl because everyone will think I'm a coomer. And it's just like, motherfucker. So like, you'll notice a lot of like really popular female debaters just grow more slowly and are oftentimes significantly less popular despite like being really, really talented. So that can be a really, really big frustration in the space, is there's the floor and the ceiling. And I think when people talk about this issue, women talk a lot about the ceiling, like the glass ceiling that they experience, but they don't really talk about the floor. And that exists too. It's just like, that's great for every entry level member. And it's not so great if you're trying to like push for like the top 0.001%, like you're the elite leagues, because then you're hitting glass walls, which is tough. And also it's mind fucky because you're like, is it a glass wall? Or am I just not that good? And I'm pretty, and I don't know. It's a little mind fucky in that way.
Okay. Yeah. That's that I will say that's a little rough. Okay. So do you feel like there are maybe criticisms that you receive that you don't think male debaters get nearly as much as you?
Every intersection gets to this. I love talking with like Black people too, because I'm like, how often do you get called like too loud or too aggressive? It's like every time. It's like every time. Right? Whereas for a woman, it's like condescending. But if it's a Black woman, it's she's
aggressive, loud.
It's aggressive.
Yeah.
It's aggressive and loud for Black women, right? So I do get like condescending a lot, even though I'm more mean than I am condescending. In fact, usually when pretty women are condescending, people like it, which is a weird thing to say. Like people wouldn't think that, but when you're patronizing, people don't like it. So like I can be patronizing sometimes, and I'm very mean. I'm incredibly mean and aggressive, but I'm very rarely condescending, where I act as though I'm better than you and you're a little kid and I'm just like helping you out and like walking along. I actually do that almost never, but that usually when people see me being mean, like I'll call people stupid to their faces and people will say, well, that's condescending. It's like, no, I'm being mean. I'm not being condescending. I'm being mean. What nice school teacher tells you that you're stupid? This nice school teacher goes, I know this is really hard for you to understand, and that's okay. And I'm going to like walk you through it. I do that pretty rarely, but I get accused of condescending all the time. And that's for sure like the woman coding on it.
But you know what? I find that so interesting though, because every time I see you be like, quote, mean, somebody has to push you. Like you have to get there. Like even
you have to earn it. You have to earn it as a woman.
But I mean, that's not even necessarily your fault, because a lot of the times, like it doesn't come out of nowhere. Like you're usually provoked. Like I notice even your debate with Rachel, right? Rachel Wilson.
Yeah.
Like it got a little nasty because
it got real nasty.
It got real nasty because she started to throw like the ad hominems. That's where it started, where she said like, oh, I couldn't understand because of like your Adderall brain or whatever, which
bro, that girl did not know. I was so ready for that girl to be a fucking asshole. Cause I was like, girl, you brought a knife to a fucking gun show. Okay. I'm mean and like, I'll call people stupid, but very rarely do I go after people's like personal insecurities.
Yeah.
Because nasty behavior. But I knew what that bitch was insecure about. And I was like, don't go there. I got it locked and loaded. I'll fucking shoot you in the head. And then I did. I called out her Botox and she was like, what do you mean? And I said, girl, I don't even care that you have Botox. Good power to you. Great. Have Botox. But oh man.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, she shut the fuck up after you said that. But again,
she sure fucking did. Yep. And it's so funny because they think I care about the Adderall thing. And it's like, I don't care about you thinking I'm on Adderall.
No, it's such a weird fucking
I'm not
insult.
12. Yeah. I'm not 12. Call me a pee poo poo. Go for it. I don't care. So like, it's very weird because she was probably more rude, but I was way meaner. Like I was mean in that fucking debate. Like I was like, man, a couple of the insults I sat on too. Damn, devastating. I didn't say them, but oh my God, I was ready to. When she was comparing, she's like, at 32, what do you have to your name? And I wanted to be like, Rachel, at 32, you had 2 broken marriages and 3 children out of wedlock. So exactly what the fuck comparison do you want to make here? Because I have a body count of 1. I've been married to the same man for 8 years, and I have multiple degrees to my name and a very successful YouTube channel. Get fucked, you dumb bitch. But I didn't say that. I just was like, I'm younger than you. And it would have hurt. It would have hurt.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It hurt Andrew when what's her name? Charlie said that to him, and she was just trying to make a point.
Well, he's more insecure than she is about
absolutely.
Which is not surprising, but also like, yikes.
Yeah, ouch. It's bad. And the fact that I see it's so funny because I'll see people say Andrew couldn't even open a pickle jar, and he'll correct them and say it was an olive jar. Like it makes a fucking difference. It's so funny.
It was an olive jar.
God damn.
Yeah.
So
anyway, sorry, back to the mean thing.
No, you're fine.
I'm just saying I was very mean to Rachel. Okay.
But you had to be. Like if not,
I didn't have to be. Yeah. I could have stayed cool the whole time.
Kyla, no.
But I really wanted to make fun of her for Botox because
I know.
I've been sitting on that one. I've been studying her face and I was like, I know this bitch is getting Botox. I can tell. And I know she would lie about it. I fucking know she would.
But
so I know if I call it out, she's going to be so goddamn embarrassed.
But as well as I do, when it comes to debates, like substance is obviously, like I would argue that it's very important, but optics when it comes to like the public, they probably even feel that's even more important. So
if Candace Owens won.
Exactly. Exactly.
She's fucking crazy.
Yes, she's a crazy person.
Obviously.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. So if you didn't do that, you would have looked soft. You would have looked like that you've lost. I think you did. I think you handled yourself very well in that debate. And I'm not being biased.
I'm not sure. I think because her insults were so pee-pee poo-poo, the real reason that I went to being mean is because I was frustrated with James with the moderation.
Yes.
Which got me really triggered. Yeah. I think if I had stayed calm, it would have been more powerful. And then I only shot her once in the head with the Botox comment. Because even the baby daddy stuff, like even the 32-year-old comment that I could have made, that wouldn't have even, she doesn't care about that shit. She's like made peace with it. I would have only said it to look at Andrew in the face while I said it, right? Because he cares about that.
Yeah.
She's really insecure about her looks specifically, which is why I said the Botox thing. But I do think that if I had just stayed cool as a cucumber, I think optically people would have felt that I won more.
Really?
I think if I had delivered the Botox a little bit more calmly and just been waited for a little bit of calm and been whatever I said about the Botox or whatever, been yeah, nice Botox, by the way, Rachel. And she goes, what do you mean? And I go, wiggle your eyebrows for me. And then she can't do it very well. And I go like this, right? I went like this. And she couldn't really do that either. I think it would have been more punchy if I had been calm the whole time. But at that point, I'd been interrupting and mean a few times.
It's in my opinion, also I could be wrong, but I guess the audience seemed already kind of a little hostile.
They were retarded.
Okay, cool.
I thought 90% Crucible fans.
That makes sense. That makes sense because I was like, why does it seem extremely biased here? Even the moderator.
Yes, but she has apologized, just so it's clear. So.
Oh, okay, cool. All right,
he reached out. Yeah,
good. Okay,
he was just doing the best. He's never experienced such a skewed audience that's specifically loud and hostile in the way that they were. So he was just struggling, and he genuinely thought when I said 2 minutes each that I wanted that. So he was trying to give me what I wanted.
You were being facetious.
I was being sardonic. Yeah. I was trying to be to me, that's obviously stupid to do. That's a terrible debate to just be 2 minutes.
Yeah.
2 minutes. But he thought I was genuinely being can we try this? So yeah, I feel bad for James. He was in a bit of a hot seat. He could have done better, but James did reach out and apologize and stuff. So MDD is in the clear in my books.
Cool.
Yeah.
What would you say is a weird or frustrating assumption people make about you simply because you are a woman in this space?
I'm sorry, I looked at chat for 1 second. Say that again.
did Nick Fuentes fan catch your eye or something?
Yeah, I was confused. I was like, what is that?
Okay, that's one of my good friends, Moosey. He's a troll. He always changes his name. I know it's him for sure.
That's
funny.
But because he has blue, right? He's
yeah. He's a mod. It looks crazy, right? Because he's a mod.
Well, I just said I love saying the N-word, so I was just interesting. Okay. Sure.
That's so fucking funny.
Look, it's your community, okay? And I'm not here to gatekeep the N-word, okay? That ain't my role. I'm good.
No. No. I've talked so much shit about Nick Fuentes, like so much on this platform, right? Rightfully so.
You're like, I don't love him, I promise.
No, let's clear that up now. I fucking hate Nick Fuentes. He's a piece of shit. But no, I said, what is the weirdest or most frustrating assumption people make about you simply because you are a woman in this space?
I don't know. I don't think I have a very good read on what people think about me. So I don't think I have
actually, that might be a good thing.
I think it's tied to like the poor self. If I can't know myself, I can't really know how people are seeing me.
That's fair.
I think the issue is like when people make assumptions about me, I don't know which ones are fair. Because I don't always know how I come across. Like I'll think I'm coming across like super warm, and people will be like, man, I thought that bitch hated me. And I'll be like, I love them. Even though the whole time I was talking to them, I was like, yes, no. But it's just because I was like anxious or something. So I'm not, I'm not sure. Yeah.
That's fair. Because I mean, this is just funny because I already knew this. I mean, since I'm a part of your program, obviously, and I talked to you like once or twice, and I know how like nice of a person you are. But through text, you can be so stale.
Oh yeah, for sure. Stale. It's probably that people think I'm more serious than I am. Like I'm a very intense person when it comes to like work, and I'm very picky on like quality. Yeah. But I'm actually like very whimsical and chill and silly. And I don't think that comes through. That's probably like the main assumptions. I think people just think I'm more serious than I am.
Yeah. No, that's totally fair.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you remember your first debate where you walked away and you said, okay, I'm actually pretty damn good at this?
My Sarah Stock debate was a pretty obvious knockout. That was probably the most obvious knockout. I think I'd had like other really strong debates before, but my Sarah Stock one, I think it was just like, which for people who don't know is like an Unfuck America debate. She's like the blonde Nazi chick.
No, that's actually a perfect description. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, from Jubilee.
Yeah. Oh, she's fucking.
Who got blown up for cheating on her husband with Elijah Schaffer.
Yep. Yeah.
And deleted her entire social media presence. Yeah.
Oh, she did. I didn't know that part.
Oh yeah, it's gone.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
So I think I had the last debate that she ever did.
Really?
And I just like She-Hulk that bitch around. That was brutal. But that was one where I was just pissed. I was tired. I didn't really want to do the topic. And then she was so stupid and mean. And I really hate when Christians are just like, yeah, let's kill children. I'm just like, you can't do that. That's like the one thing you can't be like as a Christian. Come on. Yeah.
That's, oh my God. Yeah. The whole Christian talk, I can go on for fucking days because I consider myself to be a Christian, but Jesus Christ, I feel like Republicans, and people on the right, they just weaponize it so much, man. And it's like Christians were shitting on me because in one of my recent videos, I said I don't like using the Bible as a talking point. Like if I'm debating somebody, I don't usually get in debates, but if I'm like in a casual debate or whatever, because the Bible contradicts itself on a lot of occasions. So I'm uncomfortable using it.
Yeah.
So but yeah, Jesus. Yeah, I could talk about the Christian thing for I don't know how long. Yeah. But who would you say was the most frustrating person that you've ever debated? And your favorite?
Rachel's really annoying.
Yeah.
I always really dislike talking. Her voice is really grating.
Ooh,
She's kind of got like the mother nag voice down pat.
Mm-hmm.
And I have like mommy issues, so that's probably
why
that one bugs me so much. Probably Rachel, not because she's like even particularly good at debate or sophisticated. She's just like her voice is really annoying.
Yeah,
it's really annoying. Most annoying debate other than that, probably like as far as like difficulty for me is probably Tim Pool. I have a hard time like catching him and holding him. He's a big pivoter.
Yeah.
And I feel like despite the fact that I've gone against him now like 5 or 6 times, I feel like I think those are my weakest performances by and
Really?
large. Yeah, I feel like I can never catch his tail. He's always just like pivoting and shifting away.
Does he do it in a way that's like really like sneaky or sly? Like
it is pretty sly.
Yeah.
It's very smart. He's very smart about it, and he'll pivot by like pulling up a new story. Like it'll happen in his studio, right? So it's tough because it's like I don't want to disrespect the flow of their show or anything like that. So I don't know to what extent it's happening because I'm like being more passive because I'm at their show, or to what extent it's like I don't even know how intentional it is on his part. Probably in part it's intentional, but some of it's probably unintentional. So I think I end up being weak. And he covers so much different stuff that I feel like I'm most out of my depth with Tim. Because like prepping for a Tim Pool show is just like nightmare. Like it's like, what are you going to talk about? And it's like, fucking anything. Who knows? And who knows what direction he'll take it.
Yeah, and it's weird. Yeah, and it sucks because from my understanding, and I was just told this recently, like when you go in there, like if you just win, it'd basically be like you going in the lion's den, because isn't it like a 1v4 or 1v3 or whatever?
Sort of. Like there's other people there against you, but all the other people are like pretty like oh my god, I can't believe I'm forgetting his name right. The long hair. I'm actually friends with this guy. What's his name? Look, I've had sangria. Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
I don't know why I'm forgetting his name right now, but we're actually friends. He's really sweet. He's usually not really going against anyone. He's just like there to have a good time.
Okay.
But Phil will often like jump in to like be like, yeah. But usually with Phil, I can just like kind of like side eye him and be like, you don't want to. And he usually doesn't. Like Phil's fucking stupid. And then they'll have a guest, Ian Crossland. Thank you, chat.
Got you.
And then they'll have a guest. So when I go on, the guest is usually against me as well. But usually the guests are just like, Tim is like, a lot of people like, Tim is stupid. Tim is not stupid. Tim is very smart. Tim is very capable. And when I go on the show, Tim really like comes, like we like battle it out. Now, like the bridge is burnt, I think, between Tim and I. So
yeah,
I'm going on a show anytime soon.
But do you understand why people say Tim is stupid? Matter of fact, did you see that Jubilee preview?
I have seen the preview.
Jesus Christ. That's why people say he's stupid.
I think Jubilee is very bad for him. I think when he's out of his own house, it's a lot worse. But he's not stupid. He's not the smartest person in the world.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, when they say he's stupid, they're thinking like, King Azule is stupid.
Pearl Davis
is stupid. Like genuinely low IQ. Tim is not low IQ. He's not over 130. He's probably like a normal college student, but like he's not stupid. And he is a master of his craft. Like he knows what he's doing. There's a reason he's maintained such a successful show. And also I think unfortunately his debate style is just, I think I'm like one of the weakest people to go against him, because when you watch like Pisco or Destiny against him, Pisco is probably the strongest debater on the left at holding frame. Like Pisco decides the frame of the conversation and he doesn't move from it. Probably sometimes like too much. I think it like can damage him against other opponents, but against Tim, he's kryptonite. He is so powerful against him. Destiny can go toe to toe with Tim because Destiny can debate on any topic. He's just the generalist like Tim, and he's just better.
I mean, Destiny is pretty much a freak. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Luke Beasley is the only other one I've seen actually do really well against Tim, because it seems like Luke just like he just remembers everything current events, so he can also kind of he's a generalist, I think, like Destiny.
Got you. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. It's so funny that you brought up King Azule, because I just learned who the fuck he was recently, and then I saw that debate, and I felt like he was one of those people that saw you but didn't expect for you to basically be as eloquent as you were and as smart as you were, and it probably threw him off. But Jesus Christ, he's fucking stupid. You're right. You're right. He's not. Tim Pool is not that dumb. You're right. I'll give him that.
He has bad ideas, right? And he's a liar, but that's not the same thing.
Yeah. Like taking money from Russia is a bad idea. Okay. Anyway, I I also wanted to ask you about, because this moment was so fucking funny to me. I wanted to ask you about debating Andrew Wilson on the whatever podcast.
Mhm.
Um, and I wanted to talk about that whole moment where he basically accused you of doxing him, even though he already put out his P.O. box and Rachel previously said where they lived. With something, when something like that happens in the middle of the debate and suddenly the conversation becomes like more personal, how do you navigate that without like losing the original discussion?
I'm just like, in the case of like something like, he made it seem like pretty serious, and I was like, oh, I feel super bad, like
Yeah.
genuinely, like I
Mhm.
like, there's no, like, as much as I think the Wilsons are like shitty people and like
Mhm.
grifters and stuff like that, I don't want harm done to them or their kids or their family. I don't want like
Right.
violence. And I'm not surprised that, I imagine that they do. I get that threat. So of course, like somebody
Mhm.
who's significantly more famous than me and way more caustic than I am gets death threats. Like, that's not shocking. So like I genuinely felt bad. And I thought about this later. During our debate, he went out for so many smoke breaks and pee breaks. That motherfucker was checking his goddamn phone. I just like, because I was watching it back and I was like, he came
Ah.
back like 3 times. Like, he just came back so energized every time.
Mm.
Which is funny because I like, I was just autistic. I was like, I shall not check my phone. That would be bad. That would be dishonest. And my husband later was like, I wish you had checked your phone because I could have told you immediately that you didn't dox him. So when he told me that he hadn't publicly released like what city he was living in, I just felt super bad.
Mhm.
Because obviously, like, I don't want to release that information. That's why I'm always like, don't tell me shit. Like, I don't want to know your name.
Fair. Noted.
Yeah. And so when I later found out, in fact, multiple of his own fans reached out to me and they're like, it's always so funny when his fans reach out. They're like, just so you know, I think you're a bad person and I really don't like you. And I disagree with everything you have to say. And I'm just like, I don't need all this. Like, I don't
Good for
care.
you.
I'm never going to
Yeah.
remember you. Yeah.
Good for you.
But they're like, just so you know, this and this. And I was like, what the fuck? And so then I started checking and then I found some VODs where this had been talked through. And I'm like, that, and I don't know if you remember, he went out to pee. He was so mad at me. He was so upset. And then he went out to smoke. And then he came back and he's like, guys, I'm sure she didn't mean it. Like, he just plays it off as being like, it was an accident. I bet you either one of his researchers or his wife texted him and was like, we published our P.O. box on our page. They had to. Because all of a sudden he comes back and he's like, guys, you know, I'm just feeling so charitable. It's not a big deal. And it's like, no, you lied. I didn't dox you. Your wife fucking did, you dumbass. Like, what the fuck is going on here? And rather than being an honest person coming back to me like, I'm so sorry. I just found out that our P.O. box, even though it doesn't say specifically this or this,
Right.
it basically gives away like our general area, has already been released. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have accused you of doxing. That was unfair. Like, rather than just being like a human, which I just was clear. He probably wouldn't say that because he thinks that like, he's just like projects on me. So he's like, she can never be authentic. If he had said that, I would have been like, oh, no worries. Completely understand why you're worried about it. Right. So I don't know, like, how do you not lose? I don't know. It's like at hour 8 and we went for 8 hours.
Jesus
Christ. So it's like, by that point, it was a great hour. Like, it was really like, you know, now we're all upset and he forgave me and I apologize, you know. And then Brian just tried to get me to eat pizza for like the last 30 minutes.
Okay, so that's funny because your explanation actually makes more sense than what I originally thought. Well, honestly, I thought he was just trying to make you look bad in the first place.
I think he genuinely thought I had doxed him.
Like, yeah, okay.
I don't think he was lying then.
That makes sense because I thought he was lying because I thought it was really weird when you requested Brian to strike it from the VOD once it released. And he was like, nope, don't worry about it. It's already there. I'm like, well, why wouldn't you want it?
Because you're so mad, right? And he is right. Like, when he says, like, why wouldn't you want it? He's kind of right. Like, once it is out there, it is out there.
I mean, sure.
Strike it. And he doesn't want to give me fucking anything, right? Which, again, if I thought my opponent, and he doesn't like me, like, he dislikes me a lot. He thinks I'm like the worst. I could understand from his perspective why I'd be so mad, and I wouldn't care about any olive branch that a person's extending me at that point. Especially if I'm an asshole and he's an asshole. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it was authentic on his part, and then I think he stepped out, had a smoke, and got a text, and found out that the dox was he was wrong about accusing me of dox, and then he was like, as the sage, I will forgive her. You know, like, bitch, your fucking wife talks to you, dumbass. Like, Jesus. Man, that woman cashes some fucking checks he cannot pay. It is crazy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I also really dislike Andrew Wilson. His fans, they will go back to my older videos where I talked about him, especially the one with the pickle jar, and they still DM me, reply to my, that video, and yeah, they're annoying.
Yeah, I can't. They find my Jubilee videos that have nothing to do with him and are always in the comments. That's really weird. Yeah, they're like, really? Well, look, what else are you going to do? You've divorced. Your kids don't talk to you anymore. You could go to therapy, or hear me out. You could pay Andrew Wilson a fuckload of money and you could whinge at internet women on the internet. There are options out there, and different people take different options. Like,
very
that's
true.
The fan base is like divorced dads that are mad for the most part.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Somebody that I thought, I don't know if you were frustrated. It seems like you were frustrated, but this person really frustrated the fuck out of me. Sam Hyde, I think that's his name. Is that his name on?
Did I talk to him? I don't think I've talked to Sam Hyde.
I think so. Is his name Sam Hyde? You talked to him on the Whatever podcast also. He was wearing like that ugly ass like Hawaii shirt he had on his glasses. Jay Dyer, excuse me. Sorry.
He was a writer for Sam Hyde.
Got you. Sorry.
He wishes he could be Sam Hyde.
Got you. Sorry. Jay Dyer. Yeah, that guy was extremely frustrating. And that's the first time that I've like run into him. But you guys were debating, and the debate basically got to the point where he told you that he didn't care about your position. That frustrated me because I'm like, well, what the fuck do you do here? So how do you treat situations like that? Where do you go?
I mean, so like the debater I am today is different than back then because I understand the game so much better. Back then I was just like, I don't know, it was kind of like sweet and authentic. And I was also, I had insane jet lag because I had come to that debate for like literally like 12 hours after landing in America from Israel. So I was like obscenely jet lagged, and I had like 4 hours of sleep. So in the moment I handle it by, as you see, just being like, why the fuck, how are we going to have a debate if you won't even hear my perspective? Like usually I just go meta. Like if they're going to say that shit, then it's just like, what you need to do. The reality is that if you're good at labeling, and I'm not particularly good at labeling, and by labeling, I mean correctly identifying the thing that is happening in that moment and giving it a name that every single person listening goes, that's what's happening. So if you can label it, that's what you do. You go, you're doing X. And every reasonable audience member, including many of their own, will go, he's doing X right now. I can't remember what I said in the moment. I think I just like described what he was kind of doing. I mean, like, how are you supposed to talk to me if you just like don't understand my position? Or won't? You
were basically like, we're at an impasse. Like, what are we supposed to do?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Which is true. Like, we are at an impasse. Like, he basically admitted in that debate to being bad faith. Like, typically in debates you grant axioms because axioms are circular in nature. Like, you can't go deeper. Like, if I say God is good, it's circular, right? God equals good. And then you go, well, why is God good? And I'm like,
gotcha.
Because he's good, right? Blah, 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 blah. We go in a circle forever, right? Which is why I'm not interested in this presuppositionalist bullshit that they do, right? Which is why they get so bent out of shape when I call it Agrippa's trilemma, right? When they freak out, like call me like the Agrippa trilemma list. What this comes to is I'm labeling the thing that they've always done. I just don't know why they didn't know that it was called Agrippa's trilemma. And I've seen
I had to look that shit up myself.
Describe it to No Fugazi later, and he'll mostly focus on it from Munchausen trilemma, which is like the later version of it. But Munchausen trilemma is the same thing essentially as Agrippa's trilemma. I just think it's slightly worse version of it. But it's the same shit, and it's what they're doing every time somebody tries to go, well, your axioms don't touch integrity. Like, what do you base that on? Mine is objective and yours is not. It's like all this shit doesn't touch integrity. It's fucking stupid. Everyone fails the accusation of Agrippa's trilemma, which is why anyone who's fucking good faith just grants axioms. This is where like contextualists are the most honest debaters, because I go, okay, I believe in God. So when you debate me, Watts, you should probably, rather than just, if we're debating about like what's good policy for dealing with the homeless, and we disagree, but we're having a fight about morality. You can probably say, I don't believe in God, but I can understand a worldview that does.
Yes.
And what comes down from it as a result that you're describing. You just grant that. What they try to do is go, well, why? But instead of the God stuff, they'll do it to secular people. And it's funny because it's the same shit that like Richard Dawkins and Christopher Hitchens did as like New Skeptics against like Protestant pastors a long time ago. It's the same shit. And everyone thinks it's so fun and it's so exciting. And I don't know. I feel like everyone in grade 3, they didn't know what it was called, but everyone like realized a grip. Like everyone as a kid went, why?
Yeah.
Why? And we realized that like at some point you reach a termination that's not satisfying. And you just kind of have to like, you're like, I don't know, because it is, right? Eventually you get hit because it is.
Jesus Christ.
Everyone's done that. That's called the accusation of Agrippa's trilemma, and nobody escapes it. And also, who cares? But everyone in like the Philbro space tries to pretend like it's the most incredible thing that they've ever stumbled upon. And that if you can't solve Agrippa's trilemma, you're a fucking idiot, even though nobody is. And everyone also insists that they've solved it. And then they haven't. I don't know. It's just so stupid. It's so uninteresting.
I think somebody, Apollo in the chat said it best. It's a debate parlor trick, basically.
Yeah,
That's
it really is. Like. But it stumps people, right? Because at some point, when somebody says like, well, why do you think harm is bad? And you're
those questions piss me off.
I don't know. Look at it, right?
Yeah. Like
that's called assumption, but also that's fine. It's fine enough for you to go, my foundational axiom is that harm is bad. That's fine. Actually, that's an okay presumption to make. You're allowed to build a system off of that. Like, obviously it's reasonable.
And this is why I don't partake in debates, because that is extremely frustrating, because people ask those dumb questions when the topic is like grape. It's so fucking stupid. I will go off the rails. Actually, it's not for me.
That's super fair. Agrippa's trilemma is just the way that you defeat it. Like you just basically label it and you go, I don't know, Agrippa's trilemma. I haven't solved it either. Can we move past it? Like, who cares? It's not interesting. I solve it. I don't solve it, but I go, yeah, I assume God. You assume infinity. I don't know. It's fine. You're allowed to. We have to assume something. We have to start somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. But no, that makes sense. Like I said, extremely frustrating. But I only have like a few more questions for you, because I don't want to take you. Like I said, you're busy. I don't want to take too much of your time. But this question is actually something that I've talked about this with Logix plenty of times. But do you think online debates actually change the mind of the person you're debating? Or is the real value usually in reaching the audience watching?
I think sometimes it does. I think repeated debates built on rapport changes people's minds. I've definitely seen creators move over time. I think Austin Off Script is a really good example. I think as he's like debated liberals for so long, he is like somewhat liberalizing. Not entirely. He still has his like conservative prerogative, but he's like modernized. So it does sometimes change your opponents. But in a lot of these like spectacle debates, it's about changing the minds of the audience and arming your own audience with the language to do the same. That's what it's for. But debate does change minds. And people who pretend like it doesn't are mostly just self-admitting that when they come across disconfirming evidence against their own like predisposition, they just ignore it. Like if debate doesn't ever change your mind, what does? Actually, my mind is changed by debate all the time. The reason that my husband is no longer a libertarian is debate. The reason that I'm no longer a rad femme,
that's fair,
is debate. Like I don't know. I don't even understand how people change their mind. Like it doesn't have to be debate that we see online because it's very performance oriented, but to some level, if you have two ideas that are opposing one another and you're talking about it in some level of a Socratic method, that is debate. I don't know how the fuck else people are changing their minds other than, I guess, like experience. Like a guy's just like, I hate black people. And then like a black person saves his life and he's like, I guess they're not all bad. Like other than that, but I'm like, fair enough to change your mind. Also, the most unsophisticated way to change your mind. Like, I don't know. Like when people are like, the only way I change my mind is by experience. I'm just like, That's not really how humans work. We're like really good observer learners. So I don't know why you're relying only on your personal experience. That seems really stupid. You seem like a stupid person.
I also think it's the type of debates that you consume as well. Because to be fair, a lot of the debates that we see online and they're totally unhinged, and I feel like I get nothing. Like, I'm not going to get anything if you debated somebody that's like incredibly MAGA. Like, I'm not going to get anything from those people. So
unless they're good faith.
Unless they're good faith. And that's the issue.
And if they are, you'll actually, well, first of all, if they're good faith, they'll get absolutely fucking curb stomped so they can be. But when they're good faith, because there are good faith conservative positions to have, it is reasonable to be anti-abortion. Hot take. It actually is. There is strong reasons to be suspect and conservative about it.
I think that's fine.
I just think the outcomes are better for my position, which is decriminalization. But like debating Lila Rose, like a good faith anti-abortion person, is like the most refreshing shit I've ever done because it actually is interesting. I've thought about it enough that like they don't typically change my mind. But I wouldn't say that they could never change my mind. Like the surrogate issue going on right now with the lady like Atlanta into Texas. I don't know what I think about that. I don't know. Right. I probably can't contractually force somebody to kill a fetus. That seems weird.
I'm not sure what to think about that one either.
I know. Right. And this is where debate is interesting and can flesh out your ideas of what we ought to think about the new world and landscape that technology is open to us.
Yeah.
And debate is incredible.
And I also think the issue is that the debates that are not in good faith are usually the more entertaining as well.
Yes.
So a lot of the shit that I see, it's a lot of it really is in bad faith. So I don't know. It's rare where somebody is on the opposing side and I'm like, okay, like they're always saying something incredibly like ludicrous or like just, I don't know, evil sometimes. So I don't know.
It might be evil, but the issue is it an idea that's worth actually contending against, even if it's evil? Because it's like the greatest villains in narratives aren't the villains who are just like, they're like, why are you evil? And they're like, hey, because I'm evil. The best villains are the ones where you're like,
have a backstory.
This is wrong, but I can understand the process that you got here. And the reality is like, there are like different type of like racists or sexists that if I follow the process, I go, I disagree with your conclusions. And I think you're being a bigot here, but I can follow the thought train as to why you're here. And then there's other people that are just like, I don't know. I just like, don't like women. And you're like, why? And they're like, I don't know. They hurt my feelings. And you're like, oh, okay, that's not interesting. Right. I feel like we've lost the ability to like actually engage and like understand, like, when is somebody saying something that even if it's the worst thing you've ever heard, you should probably have an answer to? You should, and I think this is why the left has done so poorly in debates for like the last couple of years and why the right had such a thrust forward in culture war is because I think we got very fat and lazy. And we were like, it's obviously bad because it's bad. And it's like, we need to have the language here. We need to be able to explain to people why the right to vote matters. And I think a lot of people don't know why. They're like, well, because they should have the right to vote. And it's like,
right.
Why? Why does that matter? Because there's an answer there. There's a really good answer there. And it's actually essential as people who believe in democracy to know that answer, because we need to know when the vote matters and situations where a vote may or may not matter, right? In the case of a governance system that has representation, right, based on taxation, it's important that the people who vote are people who have a stake in the country, who believe in it, and need to be represented as a result, which is why it's reasonable to go, maybe immigrants shouldn't vote because it's unclear whether they have a true stake in the country or if they're going to leave to another country very quickly, which is a valid question.
Yeah.
It's why I don't think old people should be governing, because if you're not going to be here for 10 years, I don't want you writing fucking policy.
Yes.
This is why over 65, get the fuck out of office, because you're not going to be here long enough to be infected by the decisions that you're making right now.
Is Mitch McConnell still alive? Like, sorry, that's what. Okay, all right,
right.
Okay, yeah.
And the Democrats do that shit too. Like fucking Feinstein, whatever that bitch's name was, it was like in the wheelchair and died in office. It's like, don't make policy you're not going to be here to be affected by. You don't have a stake in the policy you're deciding.
I agree.
You don't.
I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
Oh, Dal, that is a good point. I guess just to go back to what I said, and then I'll ask you something, and we'll wrap up. But he told me to use Asmongold as an example. So Asmongold is arguing that all undocumented immigrants that cross the border should be shot, children included. Those are the type of debates and conversations where I can't jive with. Like, I'm not going to get anything from that, if that makes any sense.
To me, is I hear that statement and I'm like, God, what an easy debate.
Exactly. Yes. Right.
Which is, again, different stroke. I just want to be clear.
Yeah.
Not everyone should be a debater. I don't think everyone should be a debater. I just think if you think, there's a lot of people who say debate doesn't change minds. And I just go, I don't know why you're telling on yourself like this. Like, I don't know why you're doing this. Like, I don't know why you're telling on yourself like this.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
I know you're not saying that.
Yeah.
But when Asmongold has the I'm 12 answer, he's like,
yeah,
that's breaking the law, right? Like position where it's like, so I guess we shoot them, right? Imagine if he just sat there with another adult and they went, so you just want to, you're okay with shooting children? And they just look at him like, I'm sorry, that idea isn't, and every one of his followers has been like, yeah. Imagine sitting in a room with them and just going, so you want to shoot an 8-year-old? Have you seen an 8-year-old? Do you know what an 8-year-old looks like? Here's a picture of an 8-year-old. You want to shoot that? And they'll go,
yeah.
Well, right. This is the value of debate, because debate makes you have to, if you're good faith with each other, actually own up to the conclusions of the ideas that you're purporting. And suddenly there's so much less fun to say.
I agree. And you're right. In that setting, he may say something, he may fold a little bit, but I'm not sure. But it's easier to double down when you're in your roach infested attic, you know, because I mean, no one else is pressing you. No one else.
If he doesn't fold and he's anti-abortion, I'm gonna fucking rail him through the wall.
Yeah. No.
So if I go, oh, so we can shoot children. So I'm guessing you're totally fine with abortion. And he'd never want to admit that to his audience. And then he goes, well, no. And I go, what the fuck is the difference?
Damn,
why are we protecting a 6-week-old fetus, but not an 8-year-old child just because they happen to not have an American passport? The fetus doesn't have a passport. The fuck are we doing here? Like, now he looks absurd. It's so easy. You're just like, yeah. But again, I'm built for this shit. I fucking love this shit. Yeah.
I'm so mad. I should have made that point in my video. I didn't even think about that. That's funny. Fuck. Missed opportunity. That's okay. Okay, so what did you think? And I already know the answer, but because you said so earlier. But what did you think about the Andrew Wilson and Candace Owens debate?
I don't know. It was like watching. I don't like either of them. Obviously, I don't like Andrew.
I don't either.
He's a theocrat who is pretending to be like, no, I love democracy, but like women shouldn't vote, and like if women shouldn't vote, should Black people vote? They vote in Democrats too, and also like queer people, they vote in Democrats too. So like, I don't know. Think about it. Maybe the only people who should vote is married men, which is definitely not what the American Constitution wants. In fact, the founding fathers wrote explicitly about that being a terrible idea. So it's like a theocrat who I happen in this instance to agree with. Like I think Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk. Like
absolutely.
And it seems like that's all the evidence. And if the courts find something else and I'm satisfied by the court, I mostly think the rule of law works decently well, especially in such a high case profile, that I would be satisfied by and large with the answer, assuming there's sufficient evidence.
Yeah.
And Candace is a crazy person monetizing the death of a person that she happened to know that I'm not convinced she's overly close to. And she optically bogged the living ever fuck out of him, which was crazy because she really showed me how much not falling to the tricks of his like childish behavior can be so powerful. Like she just didn't give a fuck about any of his shit, which I was like, God damn it. Why do I care about his shit, right? Like, it was such an indictment against me. Even like, this crazy bitch. Someone's pregnant. She doesn't care. Why the fuck do I care, right?
Right.
But yeah, it was very interesting because she's just like, her claims are absurd. They're obviously absurd.
Off the
and
wall.
He couldn't do anything. I don't think he expected her to say yes, is my guess. And so I think when she said yes, he kind of was like, fuck, I need to like pay a lot of money and research really quickly. But it's like, she's been talking about this shit for a year and a half, right?
Right. But I feel like he also just didn't prepare like at all. I just feel like he thought this was going to be like an easy slam dunk.
Yeah. I don't fully know his psyche. I know that he's a deeply insecure person.
Yeah.
But also has a lot of like bravado, like a false bravado, which a lot of insecure people also kind of project this like kind of like arrogant air. And he was very arrogant beforehand. To be fair, I thought he was going to curb stomp the living fuck out of her. So
I thought he was going to as well.
Yeah.
I mean, you can argue like substantively, like he won, but optically he lost. And I think the very latter part of that debate, the last part of that debate, really fucked him over because
the accusation shit was really rough.
Yeah, and also him not knowing Tyler Robinson's charges, it looked crazy. It looked insane because it did look bad. Because
it does look bad.
You're not prepared.
You don't care. Yeah, exactly. Yes. I think he outlined like when Steven Crowder interviewed him, he like had his theory. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna like look like I'm losing, and then I'm gonna get. I think he was hoping that she would overcommit to a lot of really crazy shit, and he could hang her by it. But she was really smart, and she didn't overcommit. She was anything that she couldn't prove. Yeah. She was cautious in her language about, so she couldn't be hung by any of it. And then, unfortunately, I don't know why the fuck he didn't prep more, but he was underprepared. I don't know. Imagine spending $300K to just have the most embarrassing debate of your life. Like, what? 320,000 people live watched it. Like, that
was like Castanet numbers.
I mean, the worst part is his career is probably not over because his audience is so fucking stupid. Yeah. But like, it certainly wasn't good. He's also been highlighted now as maybe stealing valor, right? Did he serve in the military? What did he do? Nobody has an answer. Nobody has an answer, including his producer was adding me in Twitter. And I was like, yeah, what did he do in the military?
I feel like even his own wife contradicts herself like when it comes to that topic. Like, what did he do?
I'm curious if he like, I don't know. I can't speculate. It makes me wonder, like, he's actually, the more I'm like spending time and like watching him, I think he like may be in the pathological liar direction. Like, he will just lie confidently, constantly. And I think his wife is similar. And I don't know if he tracks all of it. I think she's worse because she will like lie to seem cool. She lies to like seem cool, right? That she's like she's always lying about trying to make her or her husband seem like more esteemed. So all I can think is that like, he really was hoping that his strategy, he would get her on the back foot and she'd panic and stumble and he could hang her on her words. And then when that strategy didn't bear out, he was fucked.
Unprepared. That was pretty much it.
Brutal. It
was.
And honestly, he doesn't have an audience built for liberal thinking. He's trained his audience to be black and white, to think, frankly, retardedly. And he has a conspiracy-oriented audience because that's the only audience that would listen to him on like his fucking Force doctrine shit.
Which is really ironic when you think about it.
Measured institutionalist position of, look, I mean, I think the courts are doing a good job. He's got the liberal position. He's not smart enough for the liberal position. He's not. He might be smart enough, but he's not trained enough, and he's way too much of a fucking coward. Because the liberal position is the most difficult position to argue on the planet because it is the measured, unsatisfying answer. It's rhetorically unsatisfying. So it's very hard to debate. That's why Destiny is, despite all of his problems, and I'm very annoyed with him right now, he is such a powerful debater because he's always got the liberal position and he's so fucking powerful with it, right? That's hard. That's a hard position to go, look, there is a lot of weird stuff, but I think there's reasons for it. And he doesn't have an audience built for that. He's built his audience on black and white thinking, on thinking that if they get upset or you mock them enough and they get upset that you've won. And then all of his biggest flubs have been when he gets upset. Yeah. And his audience can be like, oh yeah, I guess that was an L, because his audience is genuinely probably under, like I've met a lot of his audience. I've met a lot of different people's audiences. His audience is unironically probably the most unintelligent audience I've ever met in my entire goddamn life. Like unironically, the amount of money he fleeces from these people is probably the most evil thing that he's doing right now. It's kind of, it's actually really bad. Like, it's actually fucked up.
It's funny you say that, because I was about to say, is it really ironic? I mean, I assume these people weren't extremely intelligent whenever I click on a live stream of his and I just see super chat, super chat, super chat. And I mean, large donations. I mean, that's not really, you saying that, that's not shocking at all to me.
Well, Republicans are notorious givers.
Yeah.
Like the liberals are, and the leftists are actually better givers than liberals. Liberals are the worst. They make the most money, and they're the most like, is investing in a streamer really a good financial decision? And it's like, bro, fucking kill yourself. If you don't invest in your liberal streamer, they're never going to outcompete the loud MAGA ones where the people are just like, oh, he said trans people bad, have $100. He said women bad, have $100. Like, God, liberals, okay, I love you, but also jump off a bridge in a big way. You're the worst.
Oh man. All right.
A financial decision at the second time.
Oh my God. No, I mean, I get it, because I see and that's one of the reasons as to why people grift MAGA so hard, right? Because it's financially, it's ridiculous.
If you make it, it is crazy money.
It's insane.
Look, I pay speaking fees of creators, okay? I know the difference. Conservative creators are crazy what they ask for.
It's one of the reasons as to why like creators like Brandon Tatum is probably operating the way that he's operating. He's honestly one of the biggest piece of shits online. But yeah, that's just one example. But anyway, so Kyla, oh shit, I forgot to ask you this. This doesn't have to be this could be a short answer, but sure. Pearl, are you debating her in September, or
it's moved to November 28th?
Damn it. Okay. All right.
Yeah. So please come. There wasn't enough tickets being sold. So people seem really hyped about it, but people aren't buying tickets. I don't know. Probably because I'm bad at calls to action, and Pearl doesn't have an audience anymore.
Her audience came from fucking YouTube shorts, and didn't translate to long form content.
Yeah. Many conservatives. So it's November 28th in New York City. People should definitely come. New York is a great place to be if you don't have other Thanksgiving plans. I'll probably be doing a community event and like a meet and greet if people want to come. But yeah, I'm excited. To see. Yeah. She's apparently been getting debating coaching.
Oh, has she? Okay, I hope so. Because her against Anna Kasparian, that was rough.
I was uncomfortable by the end.
I could tell. I could tell.
I was uncomfortable at the end. Like when I was watching it, I was like when they had a break, I'm pretty sure she went into her room and just cried.
I heard rumors that she cried, but I
don't know if she did. I didn't see it. I don't see it. I've also
that's what I've heard.
Rumors. Yeah. I'd cry.
Yeah.
If that was happening to me, I'd be like, I'm not going back out there.
She got fucking dog walked.
She's just like coming back. She's been like asking to debate me for like months now. And I'm just
you feel like it's because she's underestimating you?
I hope so. I feel like I live my life hoping to be underestimated. It's the best. It's the best position to start out. It's so strong to be underestimated. Because then when you come out and you just fucking hit them with words that they don't even know, oh God. They're like, oh. Like the look in King Azule's face. When I said tegmentum, he was like,
I didn't even know what the fuck that meant. Again, I had to look it up. But he's not the type of person to be like, oh, I don't know what that means. Please tell me more. Just because obviously these people have egos.
I was just nerding out at that. I was just excited. I just really like OCD research, actually. I just think it's the neuroscience on it's really interesting. But I don't know. I think if she gets debating coaching, she'll be better. I think she just doesn't have a knack for it. I've never had a debate coach in my life. I don't think Tashika now has a debating coach, but I think it's like newer. Like most of your top debate, Destiny's never had a debating coach. Like, I don't know. And again, who does she get? A lot of people will get debating coaches that do like college debate. College debate is not internet debate. They will not prep you. There's a reason why very few college debaters are successful internet debaters. It's not the same ballgame, even in the slightest. Maybe she just likes the pain. Maybe she just needs the check. I don't know.
I don't know either. When it comes to Pearl, even outside of debating, I feel like she has talking points, but she doesn't have anything that she can like actually defend well, if that makes any sense. She just likes doing this.
She doesn't have a great talking points, because if you like stun lock her on her own talking point, she's like,
yeah.
It's like, girl, how is this not memorized yet? You've been doing this for 4 years.
She was fumbling through those papers. I felt so bad. But anyway, yeah, it was bad. I wanted to know because I was really looking forward to that shit.
I was uncomfortable. I was enjoying it. I had Schadenfreude for the first 10 minutes. And then by the end, literally Anna and I were talking afterwards. She's like, I was uncomfortable. Like, I was like, should I just like stop? Should I just like ask her about her life? Like, should I just be like, how you doing?
I wonder when she felt like that.
What was your thought on the blouse? But also, that would be me too. So yeah, I don't know.
did she feel like that after Anna said, yeah, it's hard when you're not debating an OnlyFans model? I said, oh fuck, god damn. That was
but Pearl's been wanting to debate me for months. So I think she's stupid. I think because I'm a much smaller creator than Anna Kasparian, I think she thinks that it's low stakes. Like, if she gets beat by me, it doesn't really matter. But I don't think she realizes if you're more famous, and she is more famous than I am, and I curb stomp because with Anna, she just coped being like, Anna's like been doing this for it. Like, Anna hasn't been debating for years. She's a pundit. Like, she's actually not a professional debater. I suspect if me and Anna went toe to toe, I'd probably do pretty well because I debate all the time and she doesn't, right? That's not actually her practice.
Right.
I think she thinks because I'm smaller, it'll be like, it would be less of a loss. But actually, if a much smaller creator curb stomps the living fuck out of you, like Dave Rubin, it's way worse. It's like really embarrassing.
But
if
Kyla,
a smaller creator shit kicks your guts, you know.
But that's common sense, though. Never mind. I'm sorry. It was stupid. She's very smart. Yeah. Like I said, sorry. It was stupid when it left my mouth. Sorry. Yeah. But it is common sense. And also, like, you do this shit. I don't understand. I wouldn't be comfortable looking at your debates and saying, oh yeah, especially if I was in Pearl's shoes, I was like, oh yeah, I could go up against Kyla. Fuck no.
I think unfortunately she's the type that when she watches a debate, she thinks the person who won is the person who said the things that she agrees with, right? And she's like, that person wins because I agree with what they say. And it's like, that's not that's not how this works, right? And that's like, most viewers are more especially now, people are getting much more sophisticated on debate. The average viewer is getting increasingly debate sophisticated. Like, most viewers don't just go, like, even at the Crucible event, which was 90% Crucible fans who paid like $200+ to be there.
Shit.
Like, I had to literally leave immediately because I was about to miss my flight. But multiple fans stopped me and they're like, I think you won. Just like, don't tell anyone that. Like, multiple people. Because even though optically I didn't curb stomp Rachel, on substance, she backed away from her major claims, right? Yeah. On substance, I wrecked her shit. It's just optically, it was like because of the 2-minute capping back and forth. I just couldn't I couldn't hang her.
Ad hominem, sure.
Yeah, and I didn't play the 2 minutes to my strength very well because I was irritated by it, which is unfortunate.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. God damn it! I really wish I could be in New York then. My kid is going to be born around then, so yeah.
Yeah, I might not want to miss that.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. No, I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, I'm excited too. And then it's an Alex O'Connor talk the night before in New York. So I'm going to go for the Alex O'Connor show and then.
Oh, so you're going to have a fun time.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Jesus. Okay. Well, Kyla, I appreciate you. I guess last thing I'll ask you is just, this is like a standard interview question. It's like, where do you see yourself in like 5 years? Like, do you have any specific goals that you hope to achieve, or simply what do you have coming up that you're excited about?
excited about is Take Back America is doing the RNC. So it's in Dallas this year.
Ooh, the Lions Den.
Stomping grounds. We're doing a live streamed, live audience surrounded debate with a very notable liberal debater. Won't say who yet. You'll have to buy tickets to come through. And then we'll have about 5 to 6 debates, 1v1 pre-show as well. So if you're at the RNC, it's like 15-minute walk away. If you're in Dallas, you should come through. And if you're a conservative, if you happen to be a conservative to the Dallas area and you're interested in being on a surrounded show, we have applications everywhere. Would love to have you come on. I'm really excited about this.
Cool.
Yeah, I think it'll be good. So
sounds good. Well, I appreciate you so much, Kyla. This was extremely fun, and I feel like I got to know you on a more personal level. So mission accomplished.
Yeah, you were like, oh, she is neurotic. Okay, she says she's neurotic, but now I know she's neurotic.
Oh no, all good. But yeah, thank you so much. Shout out your socials. Tell people to follow you.
Not so erudite. Everywhere. I just started an IRL Instagram. So if you're into like cosplay and Ren Fair, when I moved to Dallas, okay, secret passion. I'm a horse girl. I'm gonna try to be a lady knight. I'm gonna try to do the jousting show with the local Ren Fair.
Oh,
with
get
Tierra.
the fuck out of here. That's cool.
I know. And there's medieval times. So I'm like I don't think I'll ever land medieval times, but I think I could land the TRF show. And then I could be a lady knight. I'm sorry. I've been practicing jousting on my horse.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he doesn't love it. So all of my I do like a ton of lifestyle. Like I have a ton of hobbies and friends and stuff like that. So if you're interested in lifestyle stuff, I also have Kyla Turner IRL. If you're interested in more anime, cosplay, Ren Fairy type stuff. So there's only one post on there now. But if you're interested in that, I'm branching into that as well, which is fun.
Dope. Are you vlogging that as well, or
nah?
Okay.
It'll just be story. It'll just be Instagram alone. I think for now. We'll see if it starts really taking off. Then I'll think about it. But for now, it's where I can put all of my whimsy, because I don't think people know that I like to girl out and I love fashion and all whimsical things. So it's a space for it that doesn't fuck up my politics.
Sure, it's a different side.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah, okay. Exactly. Yeah.
Well, again, Kyla, thank you so much. I really enjoyed this conversation. It was a lot.
Yeah, me too. You're a great yapper. Good questions. Not a stock interview, which is always nice. It's a good thing to come away being that was a good interview. Because most interviews are where'd you get your name? And what do you think about feminism?
No, I mean, I already figured that these were well thought out. Honestly, don't judge me. I wrote down 80 questions for you, and I just picked the best ones. Yeah.
Damn. I guess we'll have to do a part 2 in the future.
Sure. Hell yeah. Sure. I'm down.
Okay.
Most definitely. But appreciate you, chat. Thank you guys for stopping by, and I will see you guys later. Make sure that you watch the Myron Sneeko video that just dropped today, and appreciate you guys.
Watch it everywhere, guys. Subscribe, become a member.
Yes.
Support him. Okay.
Do all the things.
Toss a coin to your Twitcher.
Please. When you help me, you help Kyla, technically.
True. Unironically. But also you help Watts, okay? You fucking liberals, you leftists, you don't ever support your creators nearly enough. Toss a coin to your Twitcher. All right.
Absolutely.
Oh, Valley of Plenty. Whatever that song is. Oh, Valley of Plenty. Oh. Yeah.
All right, guys. Peace.
Okay. Bye.